slow, back my logo, for show, go, get down on the. Yo, listen, just like I told Coco, my vision is you already know, so go, slow, back my logo.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Jaguars going up against the Browns.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Cleveland. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Kaiser. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Miles Jack in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. On 4th down, they snap it to Kaiser. He finds Coates complete. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first-half chance. A little dump-off for Crowell. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They keep it with Crowell on first. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
This is Crowell on the catch. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. A first down carry now for Corral. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake, Kaiser. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Play clock winding down. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
I know every down's important, but you know as well as I do, partner. 3rd down is key for both offenses and defenses, and Cleveland's got to get better on 3rd down on D.
And what they did right there, you're right, they need more of. They were tied for 30th in the NFL in sacks last year, but a big one there brings up a punting situation. Here's Brad Nordman now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taken at about the 36. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Browns offensively getting ready to take the field again. If you take a step back, Charles, last 2 years for the Browns, 1-31. Worst 2-year stretch in the 98-year history of the NFL. Everybody knows that story. And the playoff drought at 14 years. Where does this franchise turn?
It's one of the great questions, because I was on the record last spring that their draft looked about as professional a draft as you could have. 3 first-rounders, All of them became starters for them when you think about it. Myles Garrett at defensive end, Jabril Peppers at defensive back, and David Njoku at tight end. All of them contributed. It looked like they were making progress. They've just simply forgotten how to win as an organization, a franchise, as a team. That's the number one thing. Get a win. Get 2 wins, and maybe they can start to turn this thing around.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Play fake. Kaiser buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
They'll throw here. Kaiser eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're indeed going. It's Kaiser. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. In motion is Coates. To throw is Kaiser. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage. Especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
In motion is Coates. Now Kaiser. He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. In motion is Coates. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really
hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. Flushed out right. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And Bortles going to sneak it. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Slot man moves right. Now this time Bortles will throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Flush to his right. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. More from Cleveland after this. In motion is Coates. To throw, Kaiser. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, 48 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
You go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Larry Ogunjobi Getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles gonna let one fly for Robinson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. But before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back to the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the Bills.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So there you go, sack number 1 in the career of the number 1 pick, Myles Garrett.
Oh, I can't wait to see how he continues to adapt in the NFL. We know he's got speed. We know he's got length. What kind of change-ups and counters is he going to have to deal with those NFL offensive tackles?
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he goes out right around the 39. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go now. Play 58,
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Brad Nortman now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. In motion is Coates. Kaiser now. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! Ohio!
Final play of the half. Kaiser escaping the pressure right. Throwing deep here for Coleman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Now a play fake. Bortles. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. We're still in search of the first down after that last completion. On play action, it's Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
On play action, Kaiser being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gordon. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards. Play fake here on first down. On the move to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Second down, here's Crowell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And it's up and good. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And now out come the Jags. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On play action, now Bortles. Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Defense showing blitz.
Here we go now. Slow. Z. Slow.
Bortles to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And Charles got a...
They give the sack.